Hi guys, how's it going? And welcome back to our allotment. So today I just thought I'd share with you our plan for our allotment for next year. So I don't know about you, but we've really been struggling with weeds and couch grass this year, really badly. I mean, I've just not been able to keep on top of it. Last year it was fine, I could keep on top of it, but this year they've just gone absolutely mad. So what we want to try and do is try and cover the plot as much as we can. So the non-growing areas we want to cover with something, so at least we don't have to weed those areas and try and get this couch grass out of this area. Really with couch grass you want to just keep digging out and making sure that there's nowhere for the couch grass to grow from into the patch. So we've got quite a few places really where the grass could grow in, so we're working on that to try and sort of eliminate it actually coming into the plot. But the stuff that's on the plot, it's just a nightmare to get rid of. I mean, really I dug up the whole strawberry patch because I wanted to change the strawberries out. I thought I'd got all the grass, but just look at it now. So this is our strawberry patch and there are lots of strawberries underneath, you just can't see them because of all this grass. So I thought I'd dug all of this couch grass out and I haven't, and it's, so yeah, you can see what a nightmare it is. And the whole plot, you can see all the way down. Obviously there's weeds as well which we need to get on top of, but there's so much grass growing everywhere. So this is one of the places, for example, where it grows in from the side. So it's going to be growing in and it sort of tunnels underneath, so it's got roots that go sort of underneath channel and then they just sort of pop up everywhere. So we are working on it. So our neighbour, bless him, our allotment neighbour, who is he's such a lovely bloke, he's retired now, and he wanted a bit of a project, so he said that he'd come and dig all this grass up, so he's going to make a bit of a walkway here. And this is our plot, this is not even his plot, you know, so he's such a sweet man. He's now going to put these stones down all the way down, hopefully, so which is going to eliminate this grass here and the chance of the grass growing underneath and just sort of popping up everywhere. But it's just such a fight. It's just everywhere, and obviously coming in from the side. So at the back we have got again a bit of a barrier, but yeah, it's just a constant battle. Anyway, so we thought we'd try and take a bit of a different tack next year. So what we want to try and do is in the sort of walkways, we're going to basically do a bit of a no-dig style thing. Not that we're going to be growing anything in it, but we're going to cover with cardboard in the paths and then put wood chip down. So this is just going to be in the paths. We have got manure here, but I think we're going to use that more to cover the areas where we're going to be planting in because it'll need it there. So the walkways are going to be covered in wood chips, which is free. Cardboard, Chris can get it from work for free basically. So it's just going to be free. The walkways are free, which is brilliant. So I'll just show you where the walkways are going to be and then I'll show you a bit of a plan of what we're planning for the allotment next year. So this is our plot. So it sort of comes here. So it's about 5 meters across and then 20 meters down. So go all the way past the cut flowers and then back again. So that's all our plot here. So as you can see, we've kind of divided it into two halves really for most part. So you've got that half and then you've got that half. So the plan here is to have a walkway going all the way down the centre, so all the way until we get to the dahlias there. They're just going to carry on going all the way across, and then we've got fruit trees in the back as well, so they're going to carry on going all the way across. So the walkway is just going to be sort of all the way going down here, all the way to the dahlias there. And then what we're going to do is have sort of 3 different sort of planting spots, 2 or 3 on each side, and then in between those planting squares, I guess, we're going to have walkways again. So just to kind of eliminate some areas for weeds to grow and the couch grass. So I'll just show you a little picture which I kind of drafted up of what we're going to do with it. So all the green strips are basically the paths which we're going to lay cardboard down. We're going to do that later on, sort of autumn into winter, put the wood chip down, maybe even into spring, we'll see. So I'll just show you our plan then for the allotment. So I'll just put it up on the screen now. So the green strips are basically the walkways. So we're going to have that main walkway down the middle and then sort of 2 walkways on each side. I think 3 walkways, sorry. If I can count properly. So yeah, so that should hopefully eliminate just some of the weed pressure and some of the couch grass pressure. So yeah, so this sort of area here, so we've got our rhubarb there, the strawberry patch which goes all the way up to there, and then we've got the josterberry, raspberries, we've got gooseberries, and then what we might do is extend the fruit out to wherever the strawberries finish. So we're going to have a nice kind of fruit section here, and then this section here up into the dahlias is going to be veg and flowers this year. So we're going to kind of mix them up, put little sort of quadrants, and then one quadrant's going to be flowers, one's going to be veg, one's going to be flowers, so it's kind of mixing them in together a little bit more, going all the way up to the dahlias here. We'll have the dahlia, so we might increase the dahlia patch by another row. So we've got a couple of rows at the moment, but we might increase those by another row or 2 because I love dahlias. And there's so many different varieties to grow. I want to grow them all. And then this section here where we've got the cut flowers at the moment and our fruit trees is basically just going to be the fruit trees, and we might do some wildflower seeds as we did earlier on. So as you can see, we've got pear tree, got plum in the middle, cherry which is not doing very well, I think we might need to pull that one, you can't even see it, and then we've got 2 apples in the back. So that's our kind of little orchard there, but we might sort of put the wildflower seeds back in there. But yeah, the cut flowers, we're going to be a bit more organised next year, and we're going to sort of put them in the main plot, in their little quadrants, mixed in with the vegetables. So I hope that made sense. So yeah, it's always good to just kind of take stock every year really of the allotment, of gardens as well, and just to see what worked, what didn't work. I know the cut flowers being in the orchard area with the wildflowers just did not work. I mean, the flowers were beautiful, but that organisation didn't work. It was too higgledy-piggledy for me, too messy. I like a bit more kind of neat, structured. I like to have a plan and stick to the plan. That's me all over. So yeah, so we have got a plan now. Hopefully we're going to execute it. So yeah, so if you've got an allotment, maybe sort of take stock and just see what's worked well, what hasn't maybe worked well, and see if you can come up with a bit of a better way of working, because at the end of the day we want to make it as easy for ourselves as possible, so that we want to actually come up to the allotment and work and harvest and do all those lovely things, and we don't want it to be a chore because everything is just being taken over by weeds or couch grass, or yeah, things are just messy and higgledy-piggledy. Alright guys, so I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!